Hey, hey you, yeah, you. Are you suffering from exhaustion, sleep deprivation, and headaches? Do you ever wonder to yourself what is happening? Then you might be suffering from mal-illumination. Mal-illumination is the lack of daily sun rays, and it affects 10 out of 10 people who works indoors during the hours of 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. It also affects those who works overnight, for it throws off your body's internal master clock called Circadian Rhythm. You may need a wake-up call. A wake-up call has been proven to increase your awareness of it all, so that you can adjust your lifestyle. Results of a wake-up call may vary dependent on your intelligence. Side effects include a sigh of relief, increase in vitamin D, and a longer life under natural illumination of the sun's light. For some, a wake-up call is simply not enough. For ignorant routines have become habitual, they may need another cycle of life just to get it right.
Welcome to Back to the Basics, where you learn facts, hope you embrace it. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. I'm fearless. Welcome to Back to the Basics, where you learn facts, hope you embrace it. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. Watch, like, share, bring in.
The word circadian is from the Latin word circa, meaning roundabout, and diem, meaning a day, from the word diu, meaning to shine. For the natural cycle from sunshine to darkness is synchronized with the rising or setting of the sun, which in turn directly influences our bodily function at 24-hour intervals. Each day you wake up, the sun's natural light enters your eyes and signals your brain that it is time to wake up. By midday, when the sun is at its highest point, your body is at its peak of alertness. And finally, when the sun appears to set below the horizon, or Horus rising, your body naturally begins to produce more melatonin so that you can wind down and fall asleep while it's dark. Everything from your testosterone, serotonin, and melatonin secretion is affected by this rhythm. Being away from the natural rays of the sun removes your ability to regulate your circadian rhythm and energize your brain cells as well as your body. The main regulator of your internal clock is the hypothalamus, which is responsible for connecting your nervous system and your endocrine system. This clock is dictated by the nerve cells called suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is connected to your optic nerves that are directly connected to your brain, making it able to respond to light and darkness. Photon particles from the sun act on the retina of your eye, enabling you to see, for they contain light-sensitive cells called photoreceptors. The two important types of photoreceptors are known as rods and cones. The rods enable vision in low light, and the cones are responsible for the colors that you see. These photoreceptors convert light into electrical signals that travel through the cornea, to the pupil, to the iris, to the lens, and then to the retina that reaches the optic nerves. Your eye color is very important as it relates to the sun, insofar as the amount of rays you are able to absorb depends on the color. The reason for this is white or light colors repels the sun rays, while black or darker colors absorbs it. With this fact, it stands to reason that the darker the iris, the more sun rays are drawn into the body, and thus the more energy is received. And the lighter the iris, the lesser amount of energy is received. Long ago, in ancient times, long before man-made lights, we ancient Egyptians were born in darkness, then taken to the sunlight on the 9th day. So the very first light that entered our physical body was the natural sunlight. We worked and played outdoors during the daylight hours, for we knew the effect it would have on our body if we were out of sync with it. Because of this knowledge, an average of 9 hours a day and 90 hours a week of natural sunlight was common back then, way before the invention of electric and gas lights. Modern culture and daily scheduling has done a great disadvantage to us all because it no longer correlates with our circadian rhythm. And since cultures are made up by men, it should be obvious that some evil man who controls the society wants you sick both mentally and physically and out of tune with natural nature. Just think, from the moment you are born in the hospital, you are overexposed to artificial light. In your homes, you are overexposed to artificial lights. When you go to school, you are taken inside of a building from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is exposed to artificial light. Most adults work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. under artificial light, and some even work and party at night under artificial light, away from natural light, when they should be sleeping according to their circadian rhythm. It should be clear that someone tailor-made confusion by teaching humans just how to destroy themselves while making it appear normal. It's called making evil fair seeming. You see, they taught them to put light contact lens on, which deflects sun rays. They taught humans to paint their skin with tattoo art, which decreases the amount of energy drawn from the sun rays through their skin pores. They taught humans to damage their hair by bleaching and transforming the natural texture and color, for it too was a natural antenna for communication. These chronic misalignments between your natural circadian rhythm and modern lifestyle has been linked to many illnesses such as sleep disorder, diabetes, obesity, heart disease, depression, poor mental health, hormonal imbalances, dementia, low immune response, reproduction problems, and vitamin deficiencies, just to name a few. So many health problems are associated with the lack of full spectrum natural light, which includes the ultraviolet light, which is necessary for your health. By now, you should be able to see that mal-illumination is increasing. And in order to combat this harsh reality, we must change our lifestyle. We must turn the lights off at a certain time. We must stop sleeping with electronic devices in the same room. We must stop working and partying when we should be at rest. We must start listening to our body as we did in ancient times and stop fighting the master clock that is fighting to keep you in sync with natural nature. I'm Kef Ray, and this is Back to the Basic. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Facts we stated. You wanna know something? Go back to basics. Mozart trapping was called the Matrix. The world filled with lies, yet it's hard to face it. So I spread truth, hope you embrace it.